Good morning. Please stand by. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Tuesday, and we got a little bit to talk about today, and this is about advocacy. And first off, let me take another sip of coffee while I watch my cat over here playing around. If she decides to jump up on the camera, hey, it happens. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about some things that happened yesterday, I guess I don't know if it happened yesterday or a few days ago, but it's some words that were said on a podcast that was videotaped too, and it's Senator Schumer, who we all know has Charles Schumer, who has been a co-sponsor of disability-related bills. He's spoken up about disability things. I'm not going to say much before I play it. All I'm going to say is that sometimes people that help also make mistakes, but I'm not going to assume that this was a mistake. I'm just going to play this video, and then we'll discuss it, why it matters and why I'm sharing it. But first, let me find it. It's been a while since I've shared a video. There we go. All right. Share screen. Window. There we go. Tab. Here we go. Like I said, it's been a little while. All right, let's play the video, shall we? Let me pull it up on full screen, though. Okay, let me stop that. Let's talk about this, shall we? Let me take the screen down. Stop sharing the screen. Let's talk about this, shall we? The discussion was really about the homeless community and about building a place for homeless people to live, to have a place to live and stay rather than being out on the street. And then Senator Schumer brought up the topic of when he was an assemblyman in New York, or not New York, yeah, New York, sorry, about people fighting against a congregate home for people with developmental disabilities. And I used that word instead of the R word that Senator Schumer used, because it's important that we realize the R word, even when describing people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, the R word is not acceptable. Plain and simple. Why? Because the R word puts down. The R word, it is something that, basically it makes people think of people with developmental and intellectual disabilities as something less than. And I know that we're not less than. I mean, there's people that work and do things in jobs that anybody can be done. So it's not. Sorry, I had to look. It's not the best word to use. Now he could have used other words. He could have said intellectually disabled, developmentally disabled, and that would have been acceptable. In fact, it would have been honored and welcomed in the disability community. But he chose to use the words mentally or, and it's something that we uh, we in the disability community have been fighting for many, 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 many years to help change the wording. R is a word that's used it in usually yes, but it's meant, slow down, slow the pace, and but R is not a word that should be used in the to describe people. Um, would I like to talk to Senator Schumer? You betcha I would. I would be honored to be a guest with some of my other friends. Hold on just a minute. Oh, shoot. Hold on just a minute. I figured she would do this, and she actually tipped the chair over. So let me go flip the chair back. I figured you would. Are you okay? Okay, I got to. You okay? That scared you? Sorry about that, guys. If you're watching, what happened was my cat has been getting up on the back of my chairs at the kitchen table, and I have a rug underneath the table, which I think I will remove today, so that one, she doesn't tip over the chairs like that, because the chairs were kind of catty corner on the rug, so I will remove it, and two, so that she doesn't scratch the rug up. Anyway, back to what I was saying before I was interrupted by Spring, the Wonder Cat. Um, I know that we've been working hard for many, many, many years now to try to keep the word "or" out of describing people, and it seems like we take several steps forward, then we take 3 or 4 steps back. Is this 3 or 4 steps back? I don't know if it's a necessary 3 or 4 steps back, but it's at least a little bit of a step back in trying to work with those who we believe to be allies. And he may still be an ally. He may have just made his wording in talking, he might have just couldn't come up with the right words. And it wasn't, I'm not saying he did or didn't, but he used the wrong words, in describing the situation. We got to do better, y'all, and do better by hopefully erasing the words, the wording, and the terms that are used to describe people. Anyway, y'all be good. Take care of one another, and we'll talk later. And if anyone wants to talk about this, maybe have a podcast or Zoom podcast, Facebook Live, we can do this. We'll make it happen. Y'all be good.